today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away. What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit settled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Sanders has it over the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, Hurts. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And now headed the other way. They're across midfield. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles. But anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Second down, McKinnon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hart. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for KC. 52 yards. Nothing, our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes locates Hardman for another catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. Oh, they were so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that nearly intercepted. Incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. Remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd. Down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to take another shot here. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. His hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And hitting Juju on the slant. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would.
Taking it right down Broadway. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, Turned it upfield for good yardage. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin them back here at the 7-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown. Go. On his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City and Juju Smith-Schuster running out for another series. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
There he goes, left side. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But
and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Marcus Epps with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on third down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the gun, it's Hurts. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, 35 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
They'll turn to Sanders. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of the two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extent.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On play action, it's Mahomes. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough luck. Legs underneath him, mechanics might have been off, maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this a 30. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And look at this. The punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Mahomes over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 18-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. On first down, Hurts. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw here. This will be caught once again by Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this will stay a 4-point game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. He's got a man, complete. The 30, 10, 5, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?